This video is sponsored by my favorite website creator, Squarespace, the best place to go when you want to get a domain or create a gorgeous website or an online store. So, I feel like I meet so many overthinking, easily overwhelmed people. I don't know, maybe because I meet a lot of other influencers and authors, and we do tend to be quite frazzled people, I feel like. Are you also an overthinker? Or do you feel like your brain sometimes gets overactive and doesn't want to relax? Seriously, this is one of the reasons why I'm so into simplifying things. I want my lifestyle to be not too busy and cluttered with a million different moving parts. And I don't mean wanting to have an organized sock drawer, which I do, but honestly, I'm more talking about some bigger things I do to give my overactive brain a calming and relaxing type of life. And of course, I don't always succeed in this because life is, hectic. But I think some of my favorite ways to simplify, they do really help me to be calmer and, happy. So probably the most important thing for me to keep simple, to be able to have a relaxed mind. And this might sound really quite silly and superficial, but it's my home. There's something about a light, airy room with not too much stuff in it that makes me just exhale deeper and drop my shoulders. So that's why I always tidy, not to an extreme extent, because honestly there's not that much to tidy anyway in our home, but because I do want to before I sit down to work or relax, I always want to scan my surrounding and enjoy a light, airy, elegant space. So it really helps me relax, but also when I'm working or reading, it helps me focus so much better. In a room that's just filled with stuff or with a messy pile of clothes in the corner or whatever, I find I get so much more easily distracted and I can't enjoy my work or my book or TV or whatever I'm doing. Do you feel the same way, that you easily distracted by a mess? Or maybe this is just super over the top of me. I don't know, I just think that for some people, a clean, beautiful space is such a source for calmness and feeling good. Anyone else feel like this? I've always been like this, that after a social day of, going out to a dinner party or a work event, it's so important to have a day off from social stuff to sort of process and unwind a little bit. I'm one of those people who's both an introvert and an extrovert at once. I get so much energy and joy from being super social, but I do need alone time too to process. And in the past, I've been doing longer periods of being social every day, and also longish periods of staying at home most nights, cozying with David. And I do feel I'm happiest when I have a more balanced social life. Probably 2 or 3 nights a week at the most being social, and the rest relaxing at home. That's for me personally the sweet spot, 2 nights a week. But after a night out, I need one at home to sort of recoup, because although I get a lot of energy from being my happy social self, it starts draining me quite quickly if I overdo it and do it too many nights in a row. Now, you already know that I'm such a super boring little person when it comes to my everyday diet. What can I say? I just love to eat the same food over and over and over again. First of all, because it makes everything so much easier, from planning what to eat, to the actual food shopping, to cooking, and less food waste, which means it's cheaper and all that. But it also helps me so much with my decision fatigue, because the fewer opinions I have to have outside of my creative work, the better. And honestly, I'm not at all hard to please with food. I'm about as happy to eat a red bell pepper as I am to eat an elaborate cooked dish. I just want my veggies, man. I can never ever get tired of noodle soup or kale salad or brown rice and red lentil congee, or just raw veggies dipped in fermented tofu. Have you ever tried fermented tofu? It's seriously the best and weirdest ever. It's kind of like a blue cheese, super salty and potent as hell. So I couldn't recommend it more. You need to try it. And again, talking about aesthetics and how a beautiful surrounding calms me down, serving food nicely, on a nice plate with lit candles, and drinking my water out of a wine glass, even on a normal Tuesday, it makes me happy. Those small details of putting in a little extra care to make those small everyday moments a tiny bit more luxurious. It's I'm eating broccoli and cucumber and drinking water. It's not exactly fancy. It's really simple stuff, but like sitting down with like lit candles and ice in a cute little bowl, it makes me feel like I'm enjoying myself, even on just normal Tuesdays. Oh, and by the way, a lot of you guys have asked me about my congee recipe. So if you want me to make like a foodie video with like some of the recipes or like what I eat in a day or something like that, do let me know. Speaking of decision fatigue, getting dressed in the morning can be such a hassle when your brain is already focused on like problem solving or creative job decisions. Like seriously, I don't want to like spend brain power going through my wardrobe trying to find a suitable outfit in the morning or in the afternoon, like before going out or to a meeting or whatever. I found that one of the upsides of having a simple pared back wardrobe of classics is that it just makes it easy to choose because like every single item seems to like go together nicely. For me, it's always about the loose fitting trousers, like either black soft ones or loose jeans. They're so comfortable and easy to style with anything. Plus it doesn't matter if I have like my period and feel bloated or if I'm going to eat a big dinner or whatever. I like the feeling of having my tummy and hips and bum to have like a bit of space to move. I just kind of feel uncomfortable in super stiff tight jeans or like trousers that like reduces my motion pattern, you know what I mean? I want it to be a bit flowy and motiony. So I know that meditation is great and all, but like honestly, it's not for me. Usually it makes me like more stressed out and my mind like more overthinking. So like I've learned that just because it's super relaxing for some, it's just not my thing. That being said, I do have other forms of meditative activities. After like a really hectic workday, nothing beats going on a 10K walk with David or with just like classical music in my ears by myself. It just takes me out into the world and like out of the world of the laptop, you know what I mean? And seeing happy dogs in the park, what can be more relaxing? But even better, my number one mode of meditation is to read. It comes to no surprise to you guys. Like if I can get a full day every week, like a full Sunday of reading with only breaking for food and shower and going for a walk maybe, then I know that I like set myself up for a busy week ahead because reading has always been like my pastime of choice. It's like both stimulating and relaxing for the brain at the same time. So if that makes sense, I think that's why I like it more than meditation, because it's also stimulating my brain at the same time. Maybe like I can do like a Sunday reading day vlog or something in an upcoming video if you want to hang out with me on one of those days. If so, let me know. Another thing I find hugely helpful to create that like simplified lifestyle where the days feel manageable is to start and end my days the same way, no matter what goes on in the middle. So a solid morning routine and a calming evening routine, it makes me feel like, you know, this was another good day. Even if I go out and come home late in the evening, David and I always have our tea and snack moment on the sofa before me doing like my extremely luxe skincare routine in the evening. And I can tell you one thing, no matter how tired I am and like no matter how drunk or hungover I am or like stressed I am for time, I will always, and I mean always, make my bed in the morning and brush my teeth and wash my face at night. This is one of my best skills, sticking to a routine like mad. And I don't know why, but it feels sort of like comforting to know that like life might get overwhelming with renovations and busy schedules and deadlines and money problems or health issues or whatever is going on. But no matter, I will have a made bed, a clean face, and brushed teeth. What about you? Do you like the simple life or are things more complicated and adventurous at the moment? If so, what's your like favorite mode of meditation? For David, it's tacos and movies. For me, it's books and an ice cold kombucha or a glass of champagne. I hope that you enjoyed this video, laddies. For me anyway, especially when life throws shit at you, I just find it so like nice to sort of figure out what does make me happy. Like my home and books and a nice outfit and like being social but not too social, if that makes sense. And like prioritize a bit more instead of doing too much or like buying too much or like planning too much. So maybe it's just me, but I'm seriously easy to please that way. Tacos, champagne, books, David. Not in that order necessarily. I look forward to like hearing your thoughts down below. Give me your best meditative habits and give me a like if you enjoyed this one. And feel free to click subscribe if you haven't yet, of course, so that I will see you very soon in my next video. Have a beautiful week, and yeah, let's try to not like cram too much stuff into our frazzled brains, because we can use a bit of downtime now and then, don't you think? Do you want to create a beautiful site and maybe start your own blog? If so, you should definitely do it with Squarespace. Listen to this, with Fluid Engine, a next generation website design system, it's never been easier for you to unleash your creativity. So you start with an incredible template and then you just customize everything by simply dragging and dropping. It seriously couldn't be easier. Squarespace is also amazing with blogging tools to share your stories, photos and videos to make it easy to reach your audience. And you can also auto-post your content to Twitter, Facebook or Tumblr. And they also have great traffic analytics so that you can see how many people are visiting your site, how long they're staying for, where they're coming from and what they're interested in, like simple living or minimalist and maybe fashion, for example. So what are you waiting for? Go get your free trial today at squarespace.com. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/JennyMustard to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. This was really, really nice, and see you soon. Puss puss!